y'all, it's Nim or Nimicry if you're feeling professional, and welcome to the YouTube video. Now today we're going to answer the question, why play as Silo in Wayfinder? First off, Silo is a smuggler, very ranged heavy, and generally a good guy. From a family of smugglers, he likes to outwit and outflank authorities and power figures. He runs through the maze and he fights the gloom. The greater the challenge, the happier Silo is, canonically. So let's talk about his abilities, and then we'll go over some footage. You can see them in action, and we'll go from there. So, first, abilities. As you can see, our first ability is Firebomb. Tosses a firebomb that ignites enemies, dealing damage over time, causes a chain reaction with Oil Bomb, resulting in a large explosion. Next, we have Oil Bomb. Leaves a pool of oil in front of Silo, slowing enemies. Enemies directly hit by the bomb are also oiled, remaining slowed even after leaving the oil pool, and taking additional damage when ignited by Firebomb. This refreshes a charge of Firebomb. So right there, we see a cool little interaction. Throw an Oil Bomb, throw a Firebomb, and you can throw an extra Firebomb. Normally, you start off with 2 charges of Firebomb, but Oil Bomb can let you throw 3. Then you have Proto Clone. Dash backwards, leaving behind a clone that pulls nearby enemies in. This clone will taunt nearby enemies into attacking it until it expires. A very useful ability, and I'll definitely demonstrate that. And finally, the ultimate ability, Arc Nemesis. Silo sends out an egg to shock all enemies in the area, dealing a burst of damage. Egg remains in that area for a short time, slowing and damaging nearby enemies. The weapon I have equipped is the Arc Cannon, and fires an arc beam, firing a piercing beam in a line, dealing high damage and ignoring defenses. Consumes 1 locked and loaded charge. And of course, Silo's passive, Strategic Advantage, deals 10% bonus melee and range standard shot damage to enemies that are debuffed, slow, burning, poison, stunned, etc. And as you can see, Silo slows and burns very easily. We go to our passives. Of course, Expose Weakness. On a critical hit, exposes the enemy for 6 seconds, marking it for teammates. While exposed, enemies take an additional 10% damage. And because Silo is a survivalist, survivalist dashes have an increased range and benefit from reduced stamina cost, allowing them to dash more often. I don't have any mutators at the moment. And then if we go into character, let's take a look at our abilities. Go down here, we can see Expose Weakness, and then, of course, using the Rune Cannon, infinite ammo, but you have to reload. And then, of course, Eagle Eye, shooting enemies will build up Eagle Eye meter, increasing a chance of a weak spot appearing on as it increases. Shooting the weak spot will deal bonus damage and grant a locked and loaded charge, allowing a single use of the weapon ability. You can store up to 3 locked and loaded charges. Simple. We like Silo. Silo can be a fun character to play. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, this is my least favorite Wayfinder. I just don't like the abilities. They're very good, and I've played with a bunch of good Silos, but this is my least favorite one. As you guys know, I'm a Wingrave main. I really like Wingrave with the healing and the leadership and the heavy armor. That's kind of more my speed. So I'm going to cut the video here, and we'll meet back up in a dungeon. So here we are. We are in the dungeon. Now, I am currently alone, but that doesn't mean that it should be too bad. So let's show off Silo's abilities, and then we can go from there. Now, again, full disclosure, I normally don't like the Rune Cannon so much, just because it's not really my thing. But we'll see what happens. Now, there is such a thing as you can do a power reload, but I'm not really going to focus on doing that right now. I'm just going to fire and fight and go from there. So first, let's start off with an Oil Bomb, and then Fire Bomb. Boom! See right there, critical damage, extra stuff, got the charge. Boom! Now, what's cool is you can snap the targets. So by zooming in, it'll automatically snap. And Silo is best when done at range. One of the cool things is if you get a perfect reload with Silo, meaning you hit X to fire when it hit in that little white bar, you actually get a damage buff for like 6 seconds. So let's just keep that in mind here, and we go through. Boom. Boom. So far, oh hey, and there's the locked and loaded charge. There's the arc beam. Again, this is a Rune Cannon. It's a rifle-style weapon. It's very, very good. I like it a lot. Of all the weapons, of all the guns, this is probably my most favorite. But I don't really like the gunplay in this particular event. Once we get to a group of enemies, I'll show off the Proto Clone, and we can go from there. So let's just do that. Here's the Proto Clone, and then they taunt, and then we slow Firebomb, and bam! Look at that, right there. Boom, 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 boom. Not even a problem. So yeah, the Proto Clone is great, and as you can see, it does look a lot like Silo. We picked up a ring, which is nice. Okay, well, I guess I'm doing this. regardless. There we go. All you guys go this way. And again, if I was using a melee weapon, I'd run something a little higher, but I just don't like guns all that much. Now, that being said, guns are useful, especially when you're dealing with, like, toxic, for example. There we go. Got a little extra damage for a second. Set up here. So if there's anything that I want to clear, I might want to. You never know. Got one hacker. Got this here. Hey! Fun stuff. Okay, so let's just start. There you go, you burned, you're slowed. And we're just gonna fire that off. Oh, there we go. And see, as you see, he's just attacking Silo. Love it. I love that little taunt thing, honestly, is more useful than Silo's ultimate. That taunt thing can save your life, as you saw there. It's done it before, it'll do it again. You just, boop. I think I can just break that. And then, of course, you do have the ability to melee. Let's do our big one. Egg nemesis, right? Slows, does a bunch of damage. Life is good. And we'll see that again. Silo just picks the egg out of his pocket and just goes from there. Simple. Memory fragments, pick that stuff up. And that's basically Silo. Now, we'll continue on for a little while longer, show a little bit more of these tooltips, but personally, I don't find Silo all that enjoyable to play as. He's just, while he's a cool character, the class fantasy doesn't speak to me. That being said, if you're good at Silo, you can be an asset to any group because you throw a lot of damage on things, you use critical shots, you hit things, it's a great time. There we go. So I got that weak spot, so let's continue on. Ultimately, I'm looking forward to new and better Wayfinders. I don't like the fact that Silo doesn't really have any sustainability. That being said, the taunt is absolutely fantastic. Just like that. Oh, cool. And you can see it's even a little generous when it comes to the actual range on the locked and loaded. So, because I was absolutely not aiming on anything, and I was able to get it. So that's Silo. Tell me in the comments below, are you guys going to play as Silo? Do you find him interesting? Do you think he's good? Do you think maybe you might play as a smuggler with a heart of gold? Or are you more venomous and poisonous? Are you Senja, the muscle mommy? Wingrave, the leader, the paladin of the group? Nis, the assassin, shadow dancer? Or Kiros, the war mage? And also soon we're going to have Grendel, so look forward to that. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and do all those things that YouTube tells me I should tell you to do. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, and may the thing you're farming drop on the first instance of you running the content.